What's going on, everyone? Lorenzo here, aka the Zoe Deals at Brewer Airport Toyota. So let's discuss all the specials that are going on for August of 2025. All right, so let's start off with the most popular vehicles. We'll start off with the RAV4. So for the RAV4, the 2025, we have 4.99% APR for 60 months, and then we have 5.99% for 72 months. Then you go over to the hybrid, it's $599 for 60 months, and then you have $699 for 72 months. Now let's look at the 2025 Camry. For 60 months, you have 4.99% APR, and you have 5.99% for 72 months. Now for the 2025 Toyota Highlander, you have 4.99% for 60 months, and you have 5.99% for 72 months. Now, once we jump into the hybrid, you have 5.99% for 60 months and 6.99% for 72 months. Now, for the Toyota Corolla, the 2025, you have 4.99% for 60 months and 5.99% for 72 months. Once you jump over to the hybrid, you have 5.99% for 60 months and 6.99% for 72 months. 2026 Corolla Hybrid, you have the same thing actually. So you have 5.99% for 60 months and 6.99% for 72 months. So the same thing for the hybrids on the 2025s and the 2026s. Now it looks like for the specials on the Tacomas, it hasn't changed since last month. For the remaining 2024s, if you can find one, you have 0.99% for 48 months, which is pretty aggressive. And then you have 1.99% up to 72 months on the 2024 Tacoma. Now, once you jump into the 2025s, you have 3.75% for 48 months, 4.75% for 60 months, and then you have 5.75% APR for 72 months. All right, guys, so for the Tundra, it's a little tricky for the 2025 Tundra and 2026s, so let me go through this real fast. So for the 2025 Tundra gas models, you get 1.99% up to 72 months, and then they have a $3,000 cash offer, but it cannot be combined with the special APR. Now for the 2026 Toyota Tundra, they have 3.99% up to 72 months, and they have a $1,000 cash offer. Same thing for that one. But once you jump into the iForce Max, the hybrids, they have 1.99% up to 72 months on the 2025 hybrid, and you combine the $1,000 cash offer, but you have to go through TFS, and it's for well-qualified buyers. And then for the 2026 iForce Max hybrid, you have 3.99 for 72 months with a $1,000 cash offer, but that cannot be combined. So a little tricky, but if you have any questions about the Tundra specials, just shoot me a call and I'll make it a little bit easier for you. All right, so for the 2025 Toyota Prius, we have 4.99% for 60 months and 5.99% for 72 months. And then once you jump to the 2026 Prius, you have 5.25% for 60 months, 6.25% for 72 months. All right, let's talk about the Toyota Crown. So for the Toyota Crown, you have 3.99% for 60 months and 4.25% for the 2026 for 60 months. And then 5.25% for 72 months on the 2026. So it looks like for the Toyota Crown, the only special rates that are available right now are for the 60 months. All right, let's talk about the Grand Highlander, not the Toyota Highlander. So for the 2025 Grand Highlander, you have 4.99% for 60 months and 5.99% for 72 months. Now for the Grand Highlander Hybrid, you have 5.99% for 60 months and 6.99% for 72 months. For the 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser, you have 4.99% for 60 months and 5.99% for 72 months. And the last thing I want to talk about is some of the special cash offers. I already talked about the Toyota Tundras, but we have for some of the plug-in and electric vehicles, starting with the 2025 RAV4 plug-in hybrid, you have a $6,500 lease cash offer. You have to go through Toyota to get this $6,500 rebate. Now, we also have the Toyota BZ4X, which is what I currently drive, For the 2024, there's a $21,500 lease cash offer. So that's pretty big if you can actually find a 2024 that they're probably sold out throughout the US. And then for the 2025 BZ4X, there's a $14,000 cash offer for that. Now, when you jump into the Toyota Prius, if you can find a 2024 Prime, they have a $4,500 lease cash offer. And then for the 2026, it's actually the same thing for the Prius plug-in. It's $4,500 as well. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions whatsoever about any of the August specials, I'm one phone call away. I can answer any questions for you. My phone number is 412-397-9318. And if you want to stop into the dealership, we're located right by the Pittsburgh Airport on University Boulevard. Shoot me a call. Visit my website at thezodeals.com. You can even inquire there. And if you want to stay up to date with all things Toyota, make sure to like, share, and subscribe when you watch this video. And you can even subscribe to my newsletter on my website at thezodeals.com, where I send exclusive newsletters to all my customers, and you can stay up to date with everything that's going on with Toyota.